Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a hot take on the president and his reaction to the shooting outside the White House. Now, this is the video as Trump is pulled off his press conference.
It's about going to be topping
So-
records hopefully soon.
Here he is,
Excuse me?
and the Secret Service comes in, and then away he goes. He just goes right with him. F the reporters, who cares? Nice. So, they don't know what's going on. And then, later, he comes right back. And it's a little low in the beginning, but it picks up.
The Secret Service for doing their always quick and very effective work.
This is the White House
That
feed,
there was
by
an
the way.
actual shooting, and somebody's been taken to the hospital. I don't know the condition of the person. It seems that the person
Now,
was,
watch the reporters
was
ask
shot
the dumbest
by
questions
Secret
ever.
Service. So we'll see what happens. And yeah,
Trump,
did you have something?
It literally just happened.
No, there are no details. We just found out just now. It was outside of the White House, this area.
Literally, it happened a minute ago, and
And,
she's asking for these
We'll have
details.
for you in a little while. Somebody is taken to the hospital.
Now, watch
It
them
seems
ask
that the
for
shooting
nothing
was
but
done by
details.
law enforcement at that person, at the suspect. It was the suspect who was shot.
And it's one thing to ask for details when you know or suspect there's at least some details there. But watch as they just grill him over and over, basically asking the same questions. Well, what about this? There's no details. Well, what about this? There's no detail.
And this just took place. A couple of people outside. I noticed a man named John Roberts, who you know very well. He reported that he heard shots. He was outside and he heard two shots. We don't know yet. We don't know. They're going to find
Do you
that
know
out.
if the individual said anything, sir, mentioned
We don't
your
know that
name,
yet,
anything
no.
like that? And
We
you
don't
think
know that
sir,
yet.
it was the Secret Service that did shoot this
It
suspect?
seems to be, yeah.
It
It
seems
seems.
to be.
Where were you taking, Mr. President? Were you taking to the bunker?
No, we're taking just out over to the Oval Office.
He was literally just out of the room for like a couple of minutes, and they're like, oh, will you take it to the bunker? First off, the bunker is far. It's a far journey, I'm sure, from the White House press briefing room. And, you know, there's security doors and stuff. So, there's no way. These reporters, they make you angry because they ask such stupid questions.
Just told me when it came up, you pretty much saw it like I did. He said, sir, could you please come with me? So you were surprised. I was surprised also. I think it's probably pretty unusual. But
And he's just recapping
very,
what
very
they already
professional
saw.
People that do a fantastic job, as you know. So it seems to me, it seems to be from what I was said, there was a shooting. It was law enforcement shot someone, seems to be the suspect, and the suspect is now on the way to the hospital. I can't tell you the condition of the suspect. There was nobody else injured. There was no other law enforcement injured. And I just want to, we'll get onto the press conference, but I do want to thank Secret Service. They are fantastic. The job they do, from what I understand, the answer is yes.
He was armed, Mr. President?
That's what I understand. I don't know. You'll have to ask them.
It literally just happened. It literally just happened like a couple of minutes ago. And they're grilling him like he's completed an investigation. It's like, how much more could you possibly get out of him? He's the president. He doesn't deal with that. The guy didn't get in. He didn't see him. The guy never got past the gate.
With what type of weapon?
I don't know that. No,
Female
I don't know. You'll have to get. They'll have a detailed, maybe a briefing for you outside later. I don't know. I didn't ask that question.
Did he say anything personally against you? He's answered that question now like 2 or 3 times. Like, move on. You're not going to get any more information out of him, even if he had it.
It might not have had anything to do with me. It might have been something else. But it was on the outside of the premises. The wall, the as you know, the fencing, especially the new fencing that they put up, is very powerful. But it was on the outside of the White House. Okay.
What does that mean? Why is the fencing powerful? Is it electrified?
And they'll have a full report. Secret Service, in a little while, will have a full report.
By this at all, Mr.
I
President?
don't know. Do I seem
That's a good question.
rattled? It's
She asked him, "Are you rattled by this at all?"
as you know, the fencing, especially the new fencing that they put up, is very powerful.
But watch his reaction
But
to
it
that
was on
question.
the outside of the White House. Okay.
Are you rattled at all
They'll
by
have a full
this?
report. Secret Service, in a little while.
The very next question is the rattle.
By this at all, Mr.
I
President?
don't know. Do I seem rattled? It's unfortunate that this is a world, but the world's always been a dangerous place. It's not something that's unique. The world has been, you look back over the centuries, the world has been a dangerous place, very dangerous place, and it will continue, I guess, for a period of time.
Does this make you think differently about your personal safety inside the White House?
No, I feel very safe with Secret Service. They're fantastic people. They're the best of the best, and they're highly trained. I don't know if anybody got to walk outside, but there were a lot of terrific-looking people ready to go.
Terrific looking. I like that. Yeah, they're terrific looking people. Trump gives these guys a lot of credit. You might remember there were a lot of scandals during the Obama administration about the Secret Service buying hookers in South America, and I think there was one guy who got caught. He was using the drone around the White House and set off a bunch of alarms, and he got in a lot of trouble. There was another guy who brought his girlfriend to the White House for some reason. There was a lot of shenanigans going on with the Secret Service then. It was my impression that Trump still had some of his own security guys in the mix, but he's not talking about them, so who knows if they are still, if he's still partially guarded by private security. Because I know very early on in his campaign, I think he was. The Secret Service, they could be a leak. You got to be careful what you say around them. I mean, who knows?
If something was necessary, people at the highest level of law enforcement, there's nobody like these people. So they just wanted me to step aside for a little while just to make sure that everything was cleared outside, because it was right in this area. So
Come back, Mr. President. Why did you decide after that? Because obviously it created a lot of commotion. What made you decide to come back and continue the briefing?
well, I didn't even think about not coming back. I said, am I able to go back? And they said, you'd have to wait a little while. I waited a little while, as you know, in the Oval Office area. And I said, can I get back now? And they said, yes. And they have a lot of fortification outside just in case. But
Because, this is a show of strength. This is just, it's not the same. Teddy Roosevelt once got shot and finished the speech. So, it shows strength. He's not rattled. He seems calm. He's not worried about anything. That is better than, making a big deal about it. I think pretty much any president would have done that, would have continued, would have felt obligated to continue the speech to show, oh, this is no big deal. We've taken care of this. The country is safe. The president is safe. Whether it was Obama, Bush, Trump, Clinton, any of them would have come right back.
it was one person. Okay?
You said the shooting was outside. How far away from the
Well,
White
they're
House?
going to be giving you a full briefing in a little while.
That's the third time he said that,
I
at
can
least.
only tell you they're going to give you a briefing. It was outside of the premises, near the fence, but outside of the premises.
And that's like the second or third time he said that.
Pretty close. So I was telling you that the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 are now 50% above the.
And he just goes on with his regular press conference. I'm not sure, but I think I heard one of the reporters say, oh, and you're just going to, that's it? We're not going to talk about it anymore? Like, what else do you want him to say? He said the same information like 4 or 5 times. You keep asking him the same damn questions, hoping to get a different response. This is the problem with journalists. Look, you know how this works, journalist. They knew how it worked when Reagan got shot. The only question in that case was Reagan going to make it? He was an older guy. He got shot. They learned a lot from presidents getting shot at over the years. They don't take any chances. They watch these guys like hawks. And that's their job. It's their job to keep people away from the president so they don't even stand a chance to get anywhere near him with a weapon. So, unless some reporter went total cuckoo, but even then, like, good luck getting a weapon into the room. You're never going to get a weapon into the room. These guys don't take any chances. You have to. You can't. There's too many crazy people in the world. Look, they've taken a shot at almost every president that's ever been since. I mean, we've always had guns in this country, I guess. Just about every president, I think, maybe not Washington or Jefferson, but, the early guys. But, after that, there's always some nutbag who wants to shoot the president. So, but, you got to love Trump. He just takes it all in stride and moves on.